If you think about it, driving for Amazon Flex should be pretty good. I have guaranteed hourly pay for what, a 2, 3, 4 hour shift. But what about if it's your first ever shift driving on Amazon Flex? Take Jackie here, delivering her first ever Amazon Flex shift in Surprise, Arizona. The last thing that she wants is, yes, surprises on her shift that's going to make a 2, 3 hour shift longer and longer and longer and waste your time.
We're going to be doing Amazon Flex today. So I was on the wait list for about 2 weeks. I finally made it.
That's not bad. 2 weeks though. That's not bad, Jackie. I think comment this down below. Are you on the wait list for Amazon Flex? Because Flex kind of is a pretty popular side hustle because it has that guaranteed hourly pay. So if you are interested whatsoever, get on that wait list, because if there is one, then you can get activated ASAP when there is an opening.
So I have a few offers here. These are basically showing up for around $19 an hour.
By the way, Jackie has 106 offers. Why are there so many shift offerings? So if you didn't know, just click on that filter on the top left, because you may be seeing warehouses or just areas that make no sense for you, like it's too far away. So it just makes it easier filtering out locations and shifts that you actually want to take.
I'm doing a 3-hour block. I'm getting paid $57. So if I take the full 3 hours, it will basically average out to $19 an hour. The goal is obviously to finish faster than 3 hours, but it's my very first day, so I don't know how long it will take. I don't know how many packages I'm going to have.
And the thing is, it doesn't matter if it's your first shift or if you've been doing Flex for years like myself. You're never going to know how many stops, where you're going, how many packages, like Jackie just said here.
Fingers crossed there's no apartments. Surprise doesn't really have that many apartments that I'm aware of, but I don't know. Again, it could be taking me, who knows where it's going to take me.
That is actually something that I've never really thought of, or maybe in the back of my head. So Jackie said this Surprise sub marketplace doesn't have a lot of apartment complexes. Think about that. If you're driving in certain warehouse locations, like your marketplace here in Pittsburgh, we have, I think, 3 Amazon warehouses spread around Pittsburgh. You can think about that, like which areas might be better for your route, because ideally you want short, super dense routes so you don't have to do a lot of ping-ponging and driving all over the place.
Okay, so I'm gonna go this way for now. I'm gonna park and wait over here because I'm early. Kind of wanted other traffic to be ahead of me so that I can follow along where to go.
See, even Jackie doesn't really know where to go. When I went to, I don't know where it was, Coriopolis or another new warehouse for me, I didn't know where to go because these places are massive. Number one, look for other Flex drivers. They're going to have an Amazon Flex vest and they're going to have a personal vehicle. So look for like a cluster of personal vehicles and people with the Amazon vest, or at least some kind of vest on. And then like Jackie mentioned, some warehouses are going to have just super long lanes for your car to drive down. I know one of our warehouses, they put us in grids, not really long lanes, but you could look for that as well. Again, like I mentioned, look for signage, but I've been to multiple warehouses and the signs are pretty tiny. Amazon, I would love some kind of larger signage for your Flex drivers. Here we go.
Oh, okay, I've arrived. I'm a little nervous.
See the lanes there?
I'm gonna go in this inside lane.
And sometimes they'll flag you into certain lanes, by the way.
Hazards on. So I'm putting my hazards on.
Mm-hmm.
Acting like I know what to do. Amazon Flex chicken here. Well, I don't see anyone. It's my first day, so I don't know.
Just continue following the lanes there.
Well, I guess I go in this next
Yep,
lane.
get behind
Okay,
the cars or follow any directives.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Yep, that looks very similar, exactly like what we have here.
Do you guys happen to have any more of those vests?
Ooh.
The blue,
I may have a couple vests inside. What size vests is this?
extra small or...
Excellent question. I've always said, like, yes, every warehouse should have a free safety vest for you. It could be, the yellow, orange safety vest, but 100% ask for the Amazon branded blue, black, gray vest, because it's just going to add credibility. And Amazon's been working on new safety features as well, but it adds credibility when you're getting out of your personal vehicle. Who is this? You have at least the Amazon branded vest. All right, so she started the scanning process. She has 44 packages. I think she said a 3-hour route here. So it'll tell you if you're scanning the wrong barcode, but exactly you saw that X there if you're scanning the wrong part of the barcode. So you always want to scan the same thing. It's like a little square QR code there. Or it can also be a rectangular barcode. So either the rectangular barcode or a square QR code.
So it keeps telling me with like these last one says I've already scanned them, but I haven't.
See, she says she hasn't scanned them, but that scanner is super sensitive. Like in that whole process, we saw it was scanning, it scans stuff automatically. Like if it gets close to any kind of UPC barcode, whatever, that thing's scanning. So maybe in moving packages around or when she first picked it up, it might have scanned it. I'm so excited to see this. 27 stops, which is very good. I mean, if you're getting almost like half, so she's going to have apartment complexes and or customers, recipients that have multiple packages. So causing you to have less stops, but more packages. That's just convenient so you don't have as many stops, right?
Now there were oversized boxes and then there were 2 like bags full of smaller boxes and bags. I just kept those things together in my car. So I really don't know where anything's at right now.
Jackie, you did exactly what I did when I first drove. Actually, for years. I did it for too long, frankly. I did exactly this. I organized it by type, not by stop. So I had all my envelopes on like the footwells. I had the big boxes obviously in the trunk, and then I just, go from there. So the associate told her like there's some kind of numeric thing on the yellow tag, and then it only goes up from there. Here's the lowest number, and then go up from there. So what I found is after you've scanned all your packages, you can go into your itinerary, and then on the top, there's a search bar. There's a barcode next to that search bar. This is after you've scanned all your packages. Click on that barcode and then scan your packages again. There, and not on the initial screen, not when you're initially scanning the packages, but there, when you go in that search bar and you click on that and you scan again, then it'll clearly show you what stop number it is. Now, I believe there's several ways to find stop numbers, so share that with other Flex drivers down below if you can, but that's like the easiest way that I've done it. After you scanned, search bar, scan it again, and then carry a Sharpie with you, just write it on the boxes, and then you can reorganize that way.
I do want to take a better look at my route map. I know that was one of the tips people were saying, look at your route map, and like if you have apartments, you might want to tackle apartments first because you're gonna get tired, and that way you get it out of the way.
I don't know if I agree with that. If you tackle all residential first, she has a good amount of commercial. So if any of those commercial buildings, depending on the time of day, have a time restriction and they close at 5 p.m., and if you push them to the end of your route, then you might have some undeliverables. If you can't deliver it in a safe and secure location. I mean, it's up to you. You're allowed to go in different orders if you want. You're an independent contractor, but if you have commercial stops, I don't know if I would do necessarily apartments first. And if you don't know what you're doing, you might actually drive more miles than the optimized route that Amazon gives you.
And it had a lot of like groupings, like it grouped a lot of orders together because they're like across the street from each other. So it threw me off a little bit. And then I just stopped going in order of the way they were trying to have me go in order. I just started doing, I would just look at the map and be like, okay, where's the next closest one? So I switched up the route a little bit. I think I'm all done. I was like my last one. As of right now, I've only driven 10.9 miles. That's basically
that's good to know.
From the gas station where I filled up to the warehouse, all of my deliveries. I still need to go home, which is about 7 miles. So we'll see.
Got lucky. That's pretty, like 17 miles all in from, I guess not from home to the gas station, but she said from the gas station to the warehouse to completing the route. She said like what, 10 miles or something? And then she has to drive home. That's pretty lucky because again, here at least in Pittsburgh, I've driven all over, and then the warehouse is like 25 minutes away. And then, I already told you.
We'll say 17 miles total.
17 miles total.
And I got done in 2 hours. I mean, more than I would on DoorDash, and all the houses are right next to each other. So you're not waiting for orders. You don't have to go back and forth to different stores. That's
what I told you. Like Jackie's saying here, the houses were right next to each other because she had a good amount of group deliveries. Not always going to be the case. I mean, this is what you want, like grouped short deliveries that are also really close to the warehouse. That's like the best case scenario. The only way this would have been better is if this $19 an hour would have been like, $22, $26 an hour.
So I got paid $57. I was supposed to do 3. It was supposed to take me 3 hours, which would have been $19 an hour. It took me it took me only 2 hours, so I made $28.50 for that.
So an interesting or surprising, we'll say, first shift from Jackie here in Surprise, Arizona. Now, my question though is she never going to get a shift like this again? Like, the warehouse is close. That's not going to change, but getting your delivery cluster within 5 minutes of the warehouse and then having them all in basically one neighborhood, she said, and having 27 stops, a lot of group stops at $19 an hour. Again, 19's not a ton, but at $19 an hour, everything seemed to go pretty smoothly and no package return. So my question for you, do you get a lot of shifts like this? Is it a short, clustered, quick run that's close to the warehouse? Awesome. I finished early as well, and then I can just run back home. Or is it kind of like my more recent shifts here in Pittsburgh, where it's longer drives to the warehouse, longer drives to the delivery destinations, and then you have to drive back home? Is it good or is it bad? A side hustle for you? Let me know.